again. Our videos now are on Fridays, so happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday!
Yeah, for now, we're kind of trying something new. Fridays at 3, so if you want to check in with us at that time, I'll also be posting in the newsletter and also on the creative group at Facebook when they'll be too. But it doesn't really matter because they're not live and you can see them anytime. So, but if you want to like be one of the first ones, be around Fridays at 3.
Eastern time.
Yeah. EST. So anyway, I was going to continue the pendant I did last week and make kind of a charm bracelet around it, some more charm jewelry around it. But it's so pretty, but it's so springy, you know? And really, who doesn't not like pink and, you know, pastels and cream? I don't know, most people do anyways. And then with the rhinestone edge on that heart, it was great and very, very easy. You can make that in like 15 minutes or less with no experience. So, I mean, I can't encourage you enough to check that video out because it's out. So on previous to this, and everything is stepped out for you there. On the parts, we have them all, beastboutiques.com. Today, I want to do like an autumn treasures necklace. I just thought that's more appropriate to the season. And why not? You know, we have all these beautiful leaves around us to inspire us. Why not be inspired to make a piece of jewelry, right? So I'm going to hold this up. Now, this is the last one we made last year. This was a project that we made last year. And maybe, yeah, there you go. Maybe I'll just lay it down. This was so fun and so easy and so inexpensive to make. And we still have all the parts. So if you want to make one like this, I'll go back and see if I can't find the video for this and then put it in the description underneath the video. And you can find it, go back and look at it if you want. But these are the howlite dyed howlite leaf beads. These are acrylic that have perfect pearls on them. These are also acrylic, like the glass check beads are also so popular. These are bumblebee beads, leaf beads. I think that gets it. Yeah.
You might recognize this necklace too from my latest reel.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, she has a new reel out, so you can roll back and look at it. Mm-hmm. But anyway, yeah, everything's acrylic on here except these leaves. They're howlite, which is semi-precious. Okay? So that's cute, but that was last year's stuff. So I thought, well, maybe I'd do something a little more complicated. Because you might think, oh, that looks complicated enough, but it's really not too bad. Not too bad. So maybe I want to try and give one of those a go. But this is what I'm working on now. And I have a few little fussy things I'm dealing with. And a few little things I want to change. Now see, here's the thing. Let this out and pull it back. Yeah, nice one. Can you get it all in there, Lauren? Do you see it?
Try to.
Yeah, there you go. You got it. She's got it. Yeah, baby, she's got it. Okay, so this is a long necklace. I don't have my ruler here, but I'm going to say probably 26, 28 inches. And I don't know if I like it that long. I might just want to have like short, but it's 2 layers. Mm-hmm. One is this beautiful vintage Korean worked chain that I do not have any more of, and I think the only piece of it I ever had was this scrap. So, you know, if you want, you know, you love to work with wire and jumps and stuff, I mean, why couldn't you make a chain like that?
We have pearl length chain too, don't we?
Yeah,
Which would work just as well.
Yeah, but this is really special the way it's segmented. You know, I'm gonna have to think about this because I'm pretty sure you can make your own chain that looks like this. But I liked it because the pearls were peeking out every so. See how pretty they are? The pearls all kind of peek out from time to time. I like that. And then what I've done is I've taken the leaves, like Lauren just demoed in her last video.
My reel.
And I did, yes, a reel. And I did Perfect Pearls on them. A lot of us in the creative group of Facebook do Perfect Pearls on the acrylic leaves with great success. We love them. You can change them up and they could be any color. So what we have at the site right now is we have these kind of lemony, goldy.
Ones that are already colored.
Yeah. And then we have frosted white.
And that's
And then we have a big mix of all different colors, like purple,
bright
and
colors.
pink, and also
Blue.
the autumn color. You can just pull all kinds of stuff out, and then if you want to get really crazy with your color and your perfect pearls, you can change it clean up. You know, you can make it however you want to be. Or if you want to use acrylic paints on them, you can make them whatever color in the world you want them
or
to
the
be.
lunar paste. Even.
Yeah, lunar paste, or even if you have a little bit of, say, patina gilders paste and just accented them a little bit, that works too. But for a refresher, I'm going to take my necklace out of the way, and I'm going to show you real quick how you approach this in case you forgot.
Yeah, because I actually did mine on the frosted, on just the clear. So she's going to do it on the yellow. So you'll see how it looks
Yeah.
on a colored one.
Yeah, we're going to see in just a sec. Okay, this one. You wouldn't think this would do much, but, oh man, I wish I had something to put that on. I know, I'll use a cap. See, this will come right off your work, so you have to wipe it off with water. So. Okay, so the first thing you got to do is you got to take some clear embossing ink, like the scrapbookers use. This is a Stampendous brand, which, wouldn't you know it, my supplier no longer carries many Stampendous products. I don't know why. But if you can find this stuff in the Dauber, love, 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 love it. I got like this one and another one left for me. And believe me, I'm looking so that I can bring it back to
We
you.
do have some stamp pads, though.
Yeah,
some
in the
ink
pads will
stamp
work.
pads.
But this, look at this. Just take it on, and you can see where you've gone with it. This has got a little bit of smoosh on it from being used all over the place. But anyways, won't matter. Want to get it nice. Want to get a good bit right down here in the point, because I found that when I was doing all these last night, that I wasn't getting down in there and it wasn't taken there. I look kind of weird. But it could be fixed. So anyway, so it's just got this clear embossing ink. Now you want to get to it before it gets dry. That's the whole trick of that. So you can put a little in the cap. Never want to dip into the pot. Take it directly out. I know I've done it, but I would not advise it. Like, so it's one of those do as I say, not as I do type things. Okay, so I just take this on a nice, soft brush, not a thin one, a fluffy brush. I call it a fluffy brush.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just painting her on. That's it.
Almost kind of like small to medium makeup type brush.
Yeah. In fact, there's no reason why that wouldn't work
You
if
can
you
get those at the
have
dollar
one.
store.
Yeah, right. Get
Yeah.
them cheaper. But anyway, this is what it looks like when it's done. Isn't that pretty? Now, if you wanted to, you could let this dry. You could put the Stampers ink on the back, the clear embossing ink, and do the back too if you want to. I never have, but there's no reason why you couldn't.
I did the back of mine just because mine
Did
were
you?
like the clear acrylic, so I wanted it to match
be
on both sides.
Exact, yeah.
Since they're earrings.
Yeah, that makes sense. When that dries, when this is good and dry, like you could leave it like half an hour, that'll do it. Then you can give it 2 spritzes, 2 layers of clear Krylon or whatever matte sealant. If you wanted to, you could use satin too if you want a little bit more glossy look. I prefer the matte because the pearlescent powders, the mica powders, have all you need. You don't need any more. And I tend to think with the satin or even gloss, it will bring it up too much and it'll look fakey. That's my feeling. If you like that look, then you just do it. There's no reason why you cannot do that, if you wish. Okay, so that's how those work. That's how you get those. How I got the color of them. And the one thing nice about these acrylic leaves, they are really inexpensive.
Mm-hmm.
So you can...
But they look beautiful.
They do. And these look really beautiful in earrings too, I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love my earrings.
Some of our members love to use them with the perfect pearl. I think Sarah Jones does it a lot. They use the perfect pearls on this.
And even because it has the little indent, you could maybe do like a little pearl and like hang
Yeah,
it in
you
front.
could put something in there too if you want it. Just thought, no, that's too big.
You need the little itty
It's
bitty
a
one.
little bead there. So, I mean, it's just a thought.
Yeah.
And yet, it's just these videos I make are just to get you started. Just to say, hey, I like that. But how about if I did this or that? Try it. Try it. Why not? This is what this is all about. I often say, nobody taught me how to do this. I just did it by experimentation. A lot of us have just taught ourselves by experimentation. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's really good. So anyway, so I've got all my leaves on. And let's count them so you can see about how many. If you're going to make one this long, this is about how many you're going to make. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 should come out even for this length.
And you only need one bag because we give a good little package of leaves.
So see, this is the mid section right here. Right here. Can you see?
Yep.
And we'll get more shadows with that though. So yeah. So what I would suggest, since this is kind of like rare vintage chain and we don't have any more, and probably nobody does, Rollo chain, about 2 to 3 millimeter, maybe more like 3 millimeter, more on the petite side. Rollo chain. Rollo chain is fantastic for stuff like this because you lay it out, get it all going one way, and you can count them off. And that way you won't get stuff going every which way and just make yourself nuts. Because like me. Anyway, so I put them on. And then I put these little side stations to see what maybe it would look like in case I didn't leave all this chain on the back. Maybe, I think I'm going to too. I found all these really cute little bits in my old bead drawer, just little, those wire beads like I have. I think I still have
the
some,
coil.
like those coil beads.
We have these in stock still too. These.
Yeah, I told
pretty
them.
ones,
I
yeah.
told them we have those. And then, I have these on the site. There's some just kind of cool. I have these, which
To make it more vintage.
they just have more bluish on them. But I mean, you could do what you want. But I'm thinking maybe I'm going to go up here with some of that. And then I may go like, these leaves are a favorite of mine. I'm just going to find my little loose ones. They are a favorite of mine for many years. They're check end of day beads. Here we go. They look like this. They're little. They're like 4 millimeter, 4 by 5, something like that. Okay, oval. So this goes on like that. Okay, so what if I put something that doesn't really matter what direction? Because like with this, it matters what direction it goes. So that would be beautiful, but you have to watch really careful, how you make your loops and get it connected on, because if you don't get it going the right way, you know what happens. Put it on and it looks, it won't lay right. So that's the big frustrating thing about making stuff like this, is it'll happen. It'll happen to me. And it's not fun. But I thought, well, what if I did, instead of that, I took like maybe this smoked topaz dark bead, but it's not real big. It's a rondelle. And we don't have them at the site yet. They just came in. I was going to do a bead mix with them, but I don't know. I might be better off just putting them on the site. What you think? Anyway, so then I put another one out here. And that's crooked. That's why it's fighting. Should have straightened that out first. Okay. So I thought maybe I would make this. I know this is a head pin bead. It would need to be coiled on both ends. But I thought maybe I could do like this. A section like that, what do you think? And then maybe do another one like this. Coming up, with another one of them beads in it. Them beads. I know I have more of them. I just don't know where they are now. But, put something in there and just come up around the back of the neck. Don't do this chain. Is I don't know. Since you got all this here, it just seems a little flimsy, and it's almost like an afterthought to put this chain on like that. So
It might be more equally weighted too, so it's not like
exactly
like pulling.
yes, exactly. So like if you've got some Saturn beads that are real pretty and glitzy kind of looking, that'd be pretty. I love these. I think we still have them site. If not, I'll be getting more soon. These are cathedrals, but they're slag like what I call slag glass or end of day, and that comes from my antique world background, which might not even be quite correct, but that's what it looks like to me. So I could even put some. So yeah, I got a lot of choices as to putting the neck and leaving it that long, or not.
And just shortening it.
Just take it from here, maybe. What if I did that? Would it be long enough even?
It'd be cute as a shorter necklace
Yeah,
too.
it's not quite long enough, so I'd have to put
A
another
couple more beads.
segments, like maybe another segment like this, and then a real small one like that, at the end. And that would probably be just fine. Then you'd have probably like an 18-incher. And I'm finding that, they always say, when you're short and you're a little bit on the chunky side, longer necklaces elongate you and make you look thinner, which maybe they do. However, I'm finding that for me, with my short little neck and my short little self, sometimes I'm better off doing an 18 or a 20. And honestly, they're easier to wear too. So you do what you want, but that's just a thought, So then what I did is I made some little sections too on those beads. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Put my little bead thing on. And I just so happened, I was digging around, I found some, of all things, gingerbread head pins, and they're like in real thin gauge, like 24, which I do not like, but sometimes, it comes in handy for stuff like this, it works. And of course, they were all, so many times, if you buy head pins in bulk, you're going to spend some serious time straightening them. That's why a lot of times they cost less, because it's a lot of work there to do that. They didn't have to do it, so they'll pass that savings on to you. But personally, I do not like doing it. So when I get my regular ones, I have them packaged and I tell them I want them straight. Don't send them to me crooked. But sometimes to get what I want, and I'm in a hurry and I don't have time to wait for them to do it, then I just go ahead and get them all junked up and deal with it. Deal with it as I go along. Well, this is fine because I can, but like if I was going to sell that, I'd have to get the whole thing straightened up. So I'm just making little tiny sections here, folks. And this is fun. This is the kind of thing that I often say, this is good to like just sit with a bowl on your lap and take a couple strands of these, end of day beads. I think we still have these on the site. I'm going to look and see. These,
I think so.
if I don't, I'm going to see if they still have any, because they are the thing to have. Let me tell you what. You want them. They just work in so many ways. And they're not expensive. And they are check glass. And they are different and unusual, and it's not something you find everywhere you go, which is also cool. That's what I always strive to do when I'm bringing in new inventory for BeSouBoutiques.com, is I'm looking for the most unique stuff that I could possibly offer you for the least amount of money. Sometimes, if it's unique enough and wonderful enough, hey, I gotta pay, you gotta pay. But it might be worth it. Might be worth it for something really wonderful. Most of the time, though, we gotta keep our costs down. So, I'm very
so the
conscious
ones
of
that we have, that's what I thought. It's not this coloration, but we have a different one, and it's brown and like a very like dusty, like baby blue, red, and green.
Oh, it's an end of day, though. I like that.
It's called Desert Sky.
Yeah, you might like that one better.
There's 4 of them in stock. I don't know if the color's showing.
And it's just one strand.
Yeah.
How much is it?
$5.95, and you get 50 beads.
not too bad for something unique like that, and it's check.
Yeah.
I had
But
an order for check beads all planned
they're
out
prettier in person when you look at the picture, but yeah.
that I wanted to get, and Jordan says, don't do it just now till they settle this dock strike. I says, those come on a plane. What do they have to do with the dock? He says, just don't chance it. So I guess I won't be getting those.
So yeah, just type in desert sky, and they'll come right up for you guys in the
Yeah,
search box
in
on
the
our
search
website.
box, yeah. So I got 3 here. So now what I did on here, and I didn't get too far with that. I only got 5 clusters, but I got all these little beads and pearls in the chain, and now I got all these little dangly stuff. And so what I've been doing is I've been putting them in 3s on a 6.
Show them what those look like.
Okay, put them down one so I can go ahead and use it. Thanks. Okay, so yeah, you saw me make them. I just put them on, and if you don't have a ball and head pin, it's fine. Or if your head pins are a little bit heavier, that's fine too. So anyway, so here I go. So then I just gotta look for a place that makes sense to put it. I think I'll make it between these 2, and that will have to be probably here. So what you do is, if you're using Figaro, this is Figaro, I gotta look for the longer,
Link,
uh-huh,
the oval one.
yeah. I'll look for the longer length, put it on there, and then get it tightly closed. And so what I'm gonna do is later on today, I'm gonna go through and make a lot of those and put them on.
The little
And, yeah,
clusters.
and so we have the one length of the beaded chain, and then there's just simple Figaro, which actually I don't really know why, but this type of chain is still available and it's expensive. I don't get it, but it is. But, for me, I will buy it because it's worth it to me. I love it. But anyway, so I thought I would do that because I have these 2 rows. I've pretty much got this one filled up with the beads in the chain and then all the leaves, but I want to put more stuff in here. And I thought maybe every so often I would take perhaps semi-precious bead and put on there. I don't know if it'll be that close. We'll have to see. This is banded agate, which I don't have any separate on the site. I made a little mix to give away with orders. I hate it when stuff's on my hand.
50 and up, right?
Yeah, but we're about out of this mix, which is all semi-precious. But I went into the drawers to look and see what else I have, and I can't make this exact mix, but I can make something that's real interesting. So I'm gonna just go
And it'll be
on.
semi-precious.
Well, most of it
Most
might
of
have
it.
a little glass in it, but totally worth it, and it's free anyway. I mean, this is almost the size of what I
That's
was
like-
given for free. Come on,
Like 2
people.
3 ounces.
There's
probably?
it's about 2
and a half?
2.3,
2 with
and there's like 90 pieces in there of all kinds of different
That'd be great for
semi-precious.
just like a little stretchy bracelet.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, people. You think about what would this cost, and I'm giving it to you. So if it has to change up a little bit, hey, it's free.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so I was thinking maybe I'll put some of that in there, and then we call it a day. So I'll put some, segments here, maybe a couple more, and then put a few more of these on in 3s. 3s looks good. 1 by itself is real ditzy.
Because they're so small.
Yeah, that's
They're
why.
about 5?
They're 4. I think they're 4 by 5.
4 by 5? Okay.
Because they're oval. And they're faceted too.
Yes, they are
And I
faceted.
put some of this stuff on there and we'll be done.
I believe they're fire polished.
Yes, they are. You are correct. So anyway, that's my plan with this. So sometimes you get started on that things, you think, oh, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But in time, the more you look at it, you say, no, this would be better. No, this would be better. Or if you finish one, you might say, I like the design, but the next one I do is going to be different. I learned something from this, So I've learned things from doing this too. Things with 2 strands or 3 strands like this that have an odd component like these leaves, because they're very dimensional, they can sometimes fuss you a little bit. This originally had 3 strands, which I prefer, but you couldn't see the other one, so I just said, we'll do the one, and it'll just kind of hang under that layer and make a little bit more dimension to it. But yeah, it's going to be very pretty on. And like a dummy, I should have wore a black top so I could hold it up and show you. You know, I'm never going to see anything on here. I don't think so, anyway. Not much.
You can see it up by your neck.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, it's really pretty. So,
It is very
and
pretty.
this is not expensive. I use scrap chain, okay? I use scrap chain, scrap beads, these acrylic beads, those little tiny ended day. There's nothing on here that is expensive. I bet you this bracelet was made, this necklace was probably made for $15 maybe in my time, which is considerable because it was fussy and I'm working it out. And that's another thing too, when you make something for the first time, don't fret that it took you a long time. That's your learning piece. It's your learning.
It's the child piece.
That's your learning piece. And from there, just gets better and better and better till you can even build them in assembly line fashion. So I hope that gave you some good ideas today. I'm sure that if you make this for yourself, you're going to wear it a lot. If you make it for a gift, whoever you made it for is going to love you. It's going to be wonderful. And if you sell your jewelry, you're going to do well with it too. Probably is a $35 to $45
I was going to say 35
piece.
at least, yeah.
Yeah, because if it
Between
costs
35, 38.
maybe more, maybe like more toward 42, 45. And the reason I say that is you have to remember when you make something, you don't just go by the parts.
You go by
Which
time
I believe
and
the parts
labor.
are maybe $15. The thing is, when I say 15, it's probably even less because you're going to have at least enough to make another 1 or 2 bracelets after that, necklaces after that, or a bracelet if you want. So
Or
you know,
matching earrings.
yeah, you're good. You're good. You're going to do nothing but make money on it. But, you know, you got to remember, your time is worth money. A lot of people think, oh, it's a craft project. Oh, she just does it because she's having fun. Well, maybe you do. Maybe it's just a hobby with you. But for a lot of us, it is not a hobby. This started out with fun on Sunday afternoon for me. And it grew and it grew and it grew, and it is not a hobby anymore.
What do you think, too?
So-
You spent all that time painting all of these leaves, too, and then you make the little clusters.
But you do that in a session, like I did them last night later on. The last thing I did before I went to bed. It took a half hour, guys. There was nothing to it. And you might say, well, doing all this. Well, maybe not at first for you if you're not used to doing it. But once you have done it, you could probably make enough of them to cover this whole mat. So anyway, try to make one. I will step out the parts in the description under the video. Also, if you please would, and I should have mentioned this at the beginning, but I never tend to, please subscribe to our channel, give us a like, and leave us a comment. Tell me your opinion. What do you like about this necklace? Do you like these colors? Or what colors would you rather make it in if you were making it? Or do you see a different way to make it? You can suggest. It's all good. I don't care. I
Well,
don't
if
see
you've
everything.
tried it.
We're all learning. You know, we're all learning together. So, yeah, give me your opinion. I respond to everything. Okay? All right, I love you. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll catch you next time.